Hi guys, I really wanted to make some points on this. YouTube is covered in musicians who use drum samples and drum software. If you're not aware of programs like EZdrummer, Superior Drummer, Perfect Drums, Get Good Drums, the list goes on, these programs contain comprehensive drum kit libraries, high quality recordings of very nice expensive drum shells and cymbals, sitting in purpose-built drum rooms, captured by experienced engineers wielding an extensive arsenal of microphones, put through even more expensive preamps, and processed to a mix-ready state so that they sound really fucking good out the box. So you can use these as you please, building any type of beat at any tempo using MIDI. In practice, having a virtual drummer that can play just about anything you throw at it, and it will play it perfectly. And that is why drum VSTs get all the ridicule and hate. Something programmed and not performed is regarded as fake sounding, and that's a totally fair and true comment. I agree, you can usually suss out VSTs and plugins from the real thing. Then there are people who have a full human performance and partly replace or completely replace the real hits with samples. This has been commonplace for a long time, and this also gets ridiculed. So here's what bugs me about drum software haters. I follow Ryan Fluff Bruce on Instagram, and he recently put up a little clip of him using Get Good Drums, and one guy commented this: "I'm sorry, but nothing's better than the real thing. Learn to play instead of fake bullshit. Shit like this is ruining today's music. I just didn't stop at guitar and bass, but went on to real drums and other instruments. Be real, not fake. It will mean more to fans if it's fake. I don't even waste my time." Alright dude, would you honestly track real drums every time for what Fluff does? Guitar, amp and pedal demos, even if Fluff could drum, does he have his own space to mic and record to get a good enough result every time? Probably not. Drum VSTs are necessary to get anything done and get new content out multiple times a week in his case. Glenn Fricker is well known for his hatred of people using samples over the real thing. And I'm pretty sure his point is that if you can capture a great sounding drum performance, do it. I don't think he wants to stop some dude in his bedroom with minimal equipment and no space for a kit from making music. That's the majority of people who record at home. We use what we have access to. This is a side note sort of linked to this. Some popular channels have made this case that everyone uses the same tones, including the same drum samples, and that's why music and metal music is becoming stagnant and predictable. I would argue that's not because of people using the same sounds, it's mostly down to their writing and composition. Don't blame equipment for people's lack of creative thinking and copycat mentality. For instance, JCM 800s are on decades worth of music from loads of different artists that sound nothing like each other. No one blames Marshall for hair metal or Mesa Boogie for nu metal. It's a ridiculous scapegoat argument. Anyway, back to drum samples. I'm never gonna say drum software sounds totally like a real drummer, and I would never lie and try and pass off my programmed drums as a human drum performance. My points are, if you think it sounds fake, that's fine. Would I like to use a real drummer with real drums, all the bells and whistles, etc.? Yeah, of course I would. Who wouldn't? I say it like this. I love ordering a meal and eating at a nice restaurant. Food freshly prepared, with the finest ingredients. But most of the time, I just stay home to eat. Yeah, I'd like to eat out every night, but it's just not realistic. Whether it's pre-prepared food or otherwise, just like pre-prepared drums, it allows me to get songs done. I can't track drums for every video I put out. It's just a crazy expensive option we'd love to have, but just can't afford. In my case, I'm always going to put maximum effort into making the drums sound as real as I can. I'm definitely going to make them sound more organic. Maybe one day I can work with a real drummer again, but for now, this works for me, and it works for a lot of people. So if you drum or you have a drummer and you can record drums properly, get it sounding really good, do it. If you don't have a drummer, don't let anyone tell you your music isn't legit, or it's a lesser product because you don't have real drums. Never let purists stop you from making your art. Thanks for watching guys, I really appreciate it, and subscribe if you want to see more metal related stuff. If you want to hear more music, there are links below, and I'll be back soon with a video on something else, so until then, ciao.